all in this together. But I'm just going to share a really short scripture, and I just pray that it encourages us. I was thinking this morning just about the season that we all find ourselves in, and I thank you for helping me. It is struggle bus.
No, your hair looks great.
I technically should have flat and ironed my hair before all this, but you know what? It's okay. You can see me in my natural state. It's just... Enjoy. But with that said, I was studying and preparing for our time together, and a couple things just really jumped out at me. So the title of my talk this morning, and it will be short and sweet, is Don't Substitute What You Can See for What You Can't See.
Oh, okay.
Don't substitute what you can see for what you can't see. Right now, we're in a season where it's really easy for our anchors to be things that we can see, because technically you can't really see peace. Technically, you can't really see Jesus and sit with him in the flesh, even though he's here with us. Technically, you can't see all your church family being in the building together. Like normally, we'd be on the stage together in our auditorium at our White Rock location and also in Antigua, grabbing hands, praying, encouraging. We'd be in a room like a chapel setting, and this wouldn't be happening on Instagram normally. So it's easy to dismiss because we can't see each other like in person. And it's easy to find our refuge and our peace in the things that we actually can see. I'm going to read a little scripture, Exodus 32, just verse 1, and it says, when the people saw how long it was taking Moses to come back down from the mountain, or in our case, when the people saw it took too long for us to come out of quarantine, when the people saw it took too long for us to find a cure, when the people saw it took too long for us to gather at church again, they gathered around Aaron. Come on, they said. Make us some gods who can lead us. Whew. So this morning I ask you the question, what are you gathering around in this season? Wow. And what are you looking to as your God in this season? There's so many things that we can see in this season. We can see technology. We can see Netflix. We can see alcohol. We can see pornography. We can see things that actually can become idols and become gods to us because they're actually things we can see. And if you read this story today, which I want us to read it again with this fresh new perspective, in this time when they couldn't see Moses, they decided to look to Aaron, asked Aaron to make gods for them because they wanted something tangible to see and to hold on to. And I want us in this season to make sure we're looking to God, not the things that seem easier to grab. It's instead of playing a worship, it's easier to go grab, overeat on snacks like we've all been doing.
It is.
It's so much easier to do that and find comfort in that than it is to say, you know what? I want to eat a whole box of cookies right now, but instead, I'm going to play a worship song, and I'm going to focus on God and ask His peace to invade my situation.
Man, that's really good.
It's easier to get on a website that we know we shouldn't get on than it is to listen to one of the sermons that we have on our website right now. I just want us to do the harder thing. I want us to do what's not just so comes to us first response. First response is the thing that's comfortable. So the first response for the children of Israel when Moses was taking too long was make us a God. We need something to worship. We are wired to worship God. We are wired to give Him praise. We are wired for our life to be poured out for Him. So let's not exchange that natural way that God created us for something that is superficial, something that will not be able to bring us life. We cannot look to our snacks. We cannot look to, we can't.
So good.
Our snacks aren't going to save us. Instagram is not going to save us staying up till 4 a.m, imagining ourselves in someone else's life. What will save us is finding ourselves in the pages of Scripture. What will encourage us is getting in a virtual connect group. What will encourage us is listening to the things that will nourish our souls. And I want you to find a parallel, because I was comparing what happened with the children of Israel when Moses was taking too long to Daniel and his friends. Daniel and his friends were all together. King Nebuchadnezzar, another guy in the Bible, said, I want you to worship me at this certain time during the day. Everybody needs to bow down to me.
He built a huge idol.
He built this huge idol, but it was in the shape of him, basically saying, worship me. And so I feel like in this world today, the idols of this world are erecting themselves and saying, bow down to me. So whatever you have the propensity to lean towards, it's not Jesus. In this season, it has a possibility of erupting and saying, bow down to me. Cravings, bow down to me. Thought life, bow down to me. Fear, bow down to me. But what Daniel and his friends did is they took the harder road and they did not bow down to the king.
So good.
They actually said, I will not bow down to you. I'm going to let this time, this season, be a time where I stand out and I make God known. So they did get persecuted because of it. They did have to go through the fiery furnace, but guess what? The king was watching. And he was watching what happened, and actually they walked through the fire, which many of us are walking through the fire right now. But guess what? They came out not even smelling like smoke, and they made it through. So I bring up both those stories. You have Moses going up on the mountain, and you have Aaron in charge, and the people gathering around him saying, let's make something that we can worship. So they decide to bow down to the things that you can see. Then you have Daniel and his friends who decided, we're going to bow down to what you can't see. We're going to worship God. Yes, it's going to be hard. We can't dismiss the fact that right now is hard.
Yeah.
Right now is inconvenient. Right now it's not easy, but they purposed and said, we are going to go through the fire. So I challenge all of us today to purpose and say, yes, we're going to go through this season, but by the grace of God, we're going to worship him all the way through.
Good.
We're going to come out on the other side, and we are not going to smell like smoke. If anything, we're going to be more like Jesus.
Wow.
I want us to study these two stories today. Do a parallel when you have a moment
so good.
between how the children of Israel responded and how Daniel and his friends responded. And you know what? I think we're more like Daniel and his friends.
Come on.
I think we're going to make it through this with flying colors, however you say it.
Yeah, that's right.
Not smelling like smoke, more in love with Jesus, more connected to our local churches, more steadfast, more unmovable, more focused, more consecrated, more surrendered, more madly in love with Jesus, that we're going to say, you know what, God, just like Moses said in the next chapter, I don't want to go anywhere without your presence.
Yeah.
So now when this is all said and done, we're going to say, I don't want a marriage without your presence.
Yeah.
I don't want a friendship without your presence. I don't want to lead this company without your presence.
Yeah.
I'm not going to focus on things that are easy idols. I'm not going to bow down to them. Yes, I'm going to enjoy the things that are fun, and you know,
we're watching Caribbean Life.
Yeah, we watch Caribbean Life, but it's not an idol. At the end of the day, we know we need an almighty move of God to make it through. So I just encourage us, don't grab a hold of the things that seem so easy to grab. Let's grab a hold of the presence of the living God and say, I'm not leaving here till I get a touch from you. And I'm praying that this word encourages us this morning and gives us strength to keep running. I love you. We believe in you. Earl loves you. Our best days are ahead. We're going to make it through because we're going to do this together. Love y'all.
Wow. Love you so much, Oneka. That was absolute fire. I pray that your heart was encouraged. I know mine was off of that. Thank you so much. And even the children of Israel, that brought a ton of death.
Right.
But then with Daniel and his friends, or with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who didn't bow down, that brought a whole nation turning to God. So that was powerful, Oneka. Thank you so much for sharing that. Hey, this is our time together today, and we are so for you. We're praying for you, leaders. We're so thankful that you're on this journey with us. Let's keep on praying. Let's keep on trusting God. Let's keep on believing God for big things. Let's keep on connecting with each other. Let's keep on giving. Let's keep on just putting God first in every single area of our lives. And let's see him do something significant in through all of us. We're going to grow. We're going to be better through all of this. We are. Love you guys.